feedback is highly valuable, but how about just anonymous criticism and other things like that? So especially as you're working around your way, potentially in social media, etc., you will relatively quickly figure out that you are going to be attracted by criticism. Criticism typically comes from people who are actually jealous at what you do, jealous that you started to do something which they haven't done, and a lot of other things why they are actually doing that. Whereas on the other side, feedback is typically coming from people who want to really help you grow. Perfect example, a few weeks ago I ran a podcast and someone actually just stumbled into the chat session the whole time complaining there are no viewers, there is this not, your English is bad, and all of these things. It didn't even disrupt me. Potentially a year ago or something, or a few years ago, this would potentially have stopped me actually in the session. I would have started to react to it or anything else. But reality is, let's face it, that person is just unhappy. He could have just actually left the stream session or anything else. So let's quickly talk about feedback. Feedback is something which is highly valuable, as I said before. Feedback comes from people who actually want to bring you up to a higher level. Feedback comes from people who really are honest with you. And so the big part with feedback is that typically people in many cases ask you if you want to hear feedback, and so you should actually take the feedback. The second part when you hear about feedback is you should just listen. I know it's very, very hard because it's something where we always tend to immediately want to react, actually explain why we do something that way. But in most cases, it's much better if you listen to it, you wait for 1 or 2 days and then actually potentially react to it, or don't even provide any comment on that as well, because most people who want to provide feedback do this for the good in you, and they don't need the feedback back from that specific scenario. So how do you deal with criticism and feedback, and how do you evaluate which one is which? I have seen, especially in social media, accounts which don't have a lot of followers and everything else are the first ones to criticize you, but it's in most cases not valuable at all. How do you deal with that? Leave me a note in the comment, and if you are not doing so already, follow me on social media and let's see how we can actually grow together.